Hell wants him. Heaven will take him. Earth needs him. Welcome to Ivy Suffer.
Aw.
I don't like that.
The wager between heaven and hell is on Earth, is the other one.
That's fine.
See, these are why this never got a sequel.
Well, I got news for you. There's a sequel coming. They're making one.
If they've been making it for like 15 years now, I'll believe it when it's in the theater.
But I believe they've actually greenlit and are working on it, as opposed to them being like, we think we're going to do it.
Maybe we will.
This is episode 398 of Ivy Suffer. Swamp Thing. You should have been in this movie.
On Peter Stormare's gooey feet.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I'm Duck the Cat.
We're going to talk about Constantine from a year. I'm going to say 2005.
Yes.
That sounds right.
All right.
It is correct.
Katie, why Constantine?
I know at this point I feel like I'm picking good movies that are only good to me. And not
we'll get it. Well, after you say why.
I know that you have a lot to say about this and Constantine as a general character. So this came out in 2005. I was 17 when I went to see it. I saw it in the theater. I vividly remember seeing it in the theater, and I have loved this movie since the first moment that I saw it. We can get into it a little bit more, but I don't know. I just feel like it's so good, and I feel like it's underrated, and there's like a lot of stuff in it that's actually like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Someone else say why they don't like it.
Kit, what is your opinion on the old Constantine?
I think it's pretty good. It's one of those ones where I've never gotten the big hype behind it, or why it's, one of those things that everyone's pushed for 20 years to make a sequel to it for. Like, it's fine, it's fun, but whenever it's done, it's just kind of out of my head. I do think there's some cool aesthetic stuff. Peter Stormare as the devil and Tilda Swinton as Gabriel. Super sick. Very cool. The demons look kind of derpy to me.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Oh no, it's a skinny guy missing the top of his head, or it's just a goopy guy. Those feel much less creative, but
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I think Keanu's good in it also, which helps. Shia LaBeouf dies, so that's always good. I wish it had happened 2 hours earlier.
Real fucking jump scare for me, remembering he was in this movie.
I
was like, God damn it!
Oh fuck!
I do like this movie. I think it is a fun, of its time, comic book movie. Like, Katie and I talked about it. Oh, God.
I was gonna say there's a lot of potential there that doesn't feel fully realized. Yeah, I think is my thing.
Katie and I have talked about these, especially this sort of era of comic book movies, like essentially the pre-MCU stuff, where I enjoy a lot of it, but they're not what I want as a comic book fan. If
sure,
Keanu Reeves is so insanely miscast in this movie as Constantine. He's good at playing a character. If you had not called this Constantine.
Yeah.
Because, Constantine in the comics will have an entire page of fucking dialogue taking up, the entire thing. And he says, 30 words in this entire movie. Which is fine. It's so much not Constantine for me. Yeah. And then Shia LaBeouf as Chaz is fucking terrible. Chaz should be a fucking 40-year-old taxi driver that is got a Cockney accent and shit to me.
No, I
Jason
also
Statham.
feel like
Yes.
I also feel like they could have just like if they were gonna do that as Shia LaBeouf, they should have just left it out. Like they should have just left him out. I agree with you. Like obviously, well, so what I'll say is that like when I saw this movie in 2005, I did not know who Constantine was. I didn't know the character because I didn't read the comics or anything like that. This is around the time when like obviously I've talked about extensively how into Batman or Batman the animated series like specifically I was like growing up. That was really the only like superhero I was into at all. And then when I got into high school, I started like branching out a little bit more because of Spider-Man, and I loved Spider-Man. So when I saw this, I didn't know who the character was. And like obviously I knew that it was like a quote unquote superhero movie. So when I went to see it, I like first of all, this was John Constantine to me for a very long time until he started showing up in like some of the animated stuff, and then I feel like he kind of like became more prevalent to he was in, Legends of Tomorrow, but I feel like if you're just like a not that I'm saying people didn't know who he was, like obviously he has a fan base, but I feel like if you're just kind of like a common like layman's person about superheroes, like he wasn't super in the general public for a
Sure.
while. And so I went into this like not knowing anything about the character. So for me, there I didn't have that like discord, so to speak, of like because he's like maybe night and day versus how Constantine actually is supposed to be. And
Right.
like it's very obvious that they just like took the idea of the story and was like, we're gonna make like a 2005 movie with Keanu Reeves. And I was like,
Well,
yes, I'll eat it up.
it's interesting because I do wonder how much of this was Keanu Reeves being cast, like leading the decisions of what Constantine is going to be like in it.
Sure, I'm sure.
And like I don't know, like again,
Because
it's a movie I don't dislike. I do like it. It's just fuck it. It's such a timepiece of like 2005.
yeah.
The same
I
way
I
that like Spawn is just like so much like 1997 to me or whatever.
yeah, I do feel like there's merit to that because I like had started watching some like behind the scenes stuff about it, and like apparently they were trying to make this movie since like the late 90s or whatever, and the first time they were going to call it
Hellblazer.
Hellblazer, but then they were worried that people were gonna get that mixed up with Hellraiser, so they decided to just go with Constantine.
It's so funny how stupid
Funny
fucking
to me.
studios just could just think everyone that watches their movies are.
I know. And also because like whoever was talking about it was saying that I mean like obviously there are elements of horror in this. I wouldn't necessarily equate this to being a horror movie the same way that Hellraiser is, but that's neither here nor there.
It's not
But
nearly
I
horny enough.
No, it's actually pretty the opposite, if you ask me. Um, well, okay, so and because I saw that originally attached to play Constantine was Nicolas Cage, and I feel like if you cast Nicolas
Oh
Cage
my
instead of
god.
Keanu Reeves, it
That
would
would have
have
been
been a
the
much
greatest
different movie.
movie ever made.
I can't even I can't even like fathom how.
I
But I Go ahead.
it's so frustrating to me that like this is getting a sequel, but they won't make a movie with Matt Ryan as Constantine.
Yeah, I don't.
Because that TV show they did one season of was so fucking good, and he is so
Yeah,
good as Constantine that it's just like, just give him a fucking movie. Like,
yeah,
I
I
get it.
agree.
People have whatever like nostalgia based love for this, and it's
I think you
like
can
just
leave
do
this as
both.
itself, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I think
this does
yeah.
not need a sequel. If you ask me,
No,
I had not watched this probably since like 2010 until today, and like this does not need like
no,
pick
I
back
agree.
up. I will
Even
watch a sequel to it, but it's like it's not to me it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, no, I agree. Even as like somebody who like wholeheartedly loves this movie, like I think it's perfect as just its little
Keanu
standalone
Reeves
what it
is
is.
gonna look so old as Constantine in it.
Yeah, I that's another thing about I forgot I left out something that I watched. So remind me at the end that I will add something else that I
I
watched.
will not remember
Speaking
that.
speaking of old.
Yeah, that's gonna be in
Um
2 hours.
Just say it now. Who cares?
No, it's fine. I'll remember.
Say it now, and Nathan can edit it out and add it on the end of the podcast.
I'll put it at the very end as like a hidden track of the podcast. Like 8 minutes of silence, and then Katie just being like, "Oh yeah, I watched." I don't know.
It's just like you cutting me going Fallout Season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the reason I brought that up is because we watched Fallout Season 2 finally. I still love the show. I think it's great. But Kyle MacLachlan plays the main character's dad, and in Season 2 there's a lot of flashbacks to the past, and they like made him look quote unquote young, and it is I hate it.
It's kind of weird.
So crazy.
It's uncanny.
It is. And it's like so funny to me because for Goggins, like they didn't do that because like in the present he's a ghoul. But like
yeah, so it's like, yeah, whatever.
But then it's like when they show the flashbacks, like he already looks like his age now. So I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
I just think about like the Bill and Ted Face the Music, where I'm like, Keanu Reeves looks so old and does not seem like he can move around like super well in this. And like I just picture him trying to do shit as Constantine again and just being like, this is gonna be sad.
Yeah, no, and I'm not gonna lie, I think that like part of the appeal to the character in I don't know. I feel like
they're gonna have to bring in like Swamp Thing or some other.
Yeah. No, I think you're right though. I think they should just pivot and like pretend like this is its own thing. It doesn't need to be furthered. Let's start over with
yeah, they're already doing that
action
shit with like the DC movies anyway. Like I don't even know why this is now a thing.
I don't know.
Recast him with Wee Man.
Sure. No, but like I'm saying, I will definitely I'll watch it for sure. But
yeah, I'll watch it when it's free.
Yeah. I think that like for me though, like so I went in not knowing what the character was about. I've always loved like even though I'm not religious in any sense of the word, I love stories about like
Jesus.
Yes.
Only Jesus.
I love stories that are like biblically related. So like if it was available, I would have picked Dogma. I love Dogma.
Banger.
And it's got all those elements of it. Like I love this idea of like taking like biblical stories and turning them into like real world situations or whatever. So like I was already going to love this. I just feel like I was at an age that I saw this that I was finally starting to like understand cinema, if that makes sense. Because I feel like the way that this movie is shot, like obviously the CG in 2026 is like it's not the worst CG.
It's hit or miss in this. Some of it's real bad and some of it's really good.
Yeah, like that bug monster is probably the worst thing in this to me.
Oh, yeah.
That like worm thing. But
it looks decent until it goes to his face and it's like, oh,
like,
let's not do that.
Yeah, when they show like the scenes of like the hellscape, I think still looks incredible. I loved it.
As good as Spawn.
Nothing is.
But the thing that I found is that like there's so many like really to me really really cool shots in this movie, and I really like that like when they're shooting just like regular. So the movie takes place in Los Angeles, and during the day in like any of the scenes, a lot of people are wearing like white and white. A lot of the scenes are like really like lots of white, lots of really dull green colors. So then when there's the scenes that he's in hell, it's like super super bright and colorful, and I think like the contrast of that is so cool. And I will say that I think Tilda Swinton as Gabriel I think about all the time.
Oh no, she should have been like the main antagonist in this movie and like had
definitely
more
should have been in it more, but I remember the like reveal of that at the time. I was like shook. And I also feel like I'm sure that there were other characters, but watching this movie when I saw her as that character, it was the first time I kind of like saw and recognized like an androgynous character. And like I said, I'm sure there were other ones, but this is when it like clicked for me and I was like, okay, absolutely. And obviously I love Rachel Weisz, so I have nothing bad to say about her. Um,
She's so bad in this movie.
I think she's incredible. She can do no wrong to me. I love her.
Like we've talked about on those bonus episodes, where like it just is so weird how like blandly people act in some of these like late 90s, early 2000s like comic book movies
Yeah,
that
sure.
I'm always just like, what was happening at this time period? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I will say that I feel like almost everybody has kind of like a stoic isn't the right word,
like
but
Shia LaBeouf is over the top in a bad way, where
I do
he's
yeah, I
doing
don't
like comedy shit that
yes,
is unnecessary, and
I
then
agree.
like Keanu Reeves is just doing Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, yeah.
but Tilda Swinton killing it, and then Peter Stormare also killing it.
The best.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's the only person besides Keanu Reeves that's listed as in the sequel, so I'm in.
Oh,
I hope
hell
it's
yeah.
just them fucking palling around.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just they just remake Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle,
Yeah.
but with those two as Constantine and Lucifer.
I would watch
Fucking,
that.
it's my dinner with Andre, and they're just
Yeah,
sitting there eating.
Okay, let's just get into this because like
yeah.
we don't need to talk about it. Well, essentially, like the movie starts with like some on-screen text that is talking about this thing called the Spear of Destiny,
Katie's
and
favorite thing at the beginning of a movie: words.
yep, you know I love it. I love to read when I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I do. I love to read. Oh yeah, somebody find me the novelization of this stat. I need it. I must possess it. Um, and how it's missing, and no one's seen it. And essentially, like the Spear of Destiny is the spear that supposedly stabbed and killed Jesus. So that's why it's a hot
Yeah,
item.
I know what the Spear of Destiny is.
Yeah. Then the movie opens up in Mexico, and there's a man who basically immediately discovers the Spear of Destiny. Crazy. But as soon as he touches it, he gets like possessed by it, and he must immediately make his pilgrimage to where at this point we don't know what's going on. He just has the spear. We know it's crazy, and he's crazy now. He gets hit by a car, and now he has superhuman strength, so the car just like splits in half around him. And his friend's like, "Oh my god, bro, are you okay?" And he's just like, "Tee hee," and he just like runs off. Um, the title, which is Constantine.
What would you do if your coworker like finds a spear, runs out into traffic, gets hit by a car that explodes, and then just runs off and you never see him again?
I would be like, "You know
I'd be
what? That's
pissed
none of
because
my
I
business."
know I'd have to like pick up his slack at
Yeah.
work. Then I
I'm
know my job's
actually
gonna
Working
be
extra
like,
shifts.
we're not
yeah, I'm
rehiring anybody.
at the rock factory. They were just like out in the desert, like moving rocks around. Like I'm actually not really sure what they were doing out there,
Well, this is
but
this does take place in Flintstone times, so
right. So if I saw my coworker get possessed by a spear that he pulled out of the ground, I would say none of my business. I would let him go. I would pick up extra rocks if I had to. I don't really want anything
I,
to do with that.
I would
I would
immediately
hope he
quit.
got hit by the car.
Right. Be like, well, but I don't want to be possessed by the spear. It seems bad. So then it's Constantine. It tells us that it is LA, and wouldn't you know it, there is a woman on the ceiling in this apartment building. You hate to see that,
Always
right?
is.
Father Hennessy um has called Constantine because he has tried to perform the exorcism and it didn't work, so Constantine comes to do it. Also, until the end of this movie, just assume that Constantine is chain smoking the entire time because that's pretty much what's happening. And I guarantee you, I personally have never smoked a cigarette. Like I've never been a smoker. I bet you at 17, I thought he was so cool for just chain smoking. Because you know
Yeah,
why?
it's the
Because
best part of
Hollywood
Constantine.
told us that it was. He has this like
And they were
sick
right.
yeah, he's he has this like sick gold lighter that he's like constantly flicking, and I'm like, amazing. It's great. So he comes, he's got all of these little like religious little like keychain things that he's like holding up and just waiting to figure out what kind of demon's going on here, right? And he finds it and he puts it on the girl. The mom has like tied her down to the bed. Or maybe that was Father Hennessy, I don't know. And he like presses it to her forehead. He says his little words in Latin, and she's hissing and spitting and stuff. But he's perplexed because the demon's not being expelled. He's like, that's strange. So he gets everybody together and he like rigs up this thing where they've like took a cord and they're like holding up this mirror above the bed where the girl is. And he's like, they're doing all of his chants and stuff, and it's all crazy. And they end up trapping this demon in a mirror and then launching it out the window so that it shatters and the demon is like trapped and killed and
This
sent
should
back
when
to hell.
Shia LaBeouf should have been killed off in the movie.
I agree. Yeah.
Should have got like had like the fucking Omen. Just
I'm not
glass
gonna
fall right
lie.
on.
I didn't even like write down. First of all, it was a jump. So basically, yeah, Shia LaBeouf is playing like he also looks like he's 12 still in this movie, but he's playing like a character who is like Constantine's like sidekick. In this movie, he's being like an apprentice and he's like driving around his taxi cab. And like
Well, that's
jumps
like Chaz is like a dude who I think is like a sort of indentured servant to Constantine in a lot of things because he like did some exorcism for him and it'd be like, whatever the deal was. And so
yeah.
he's essentially just like his chauffeur in a lot of
Yeah.
things. I don't know what they're doing with the character in this.
I don't know because like I don't know. I really don't know. Like
He literally was 20 when this was made, maybe 19.
Okay. Yeah, he looks like he's 12 to me still.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like literally don't even have him in my notes until like later when spoiler alert he dies. So I almost was gonna like totally leave him out of the movie because I don't really feel like he's super necessary, but it's whatever. Yeah, okay, so while he's in this apartment, he sees a sketch tacked to the wall that is of the spear, and he's like, weird, so he takes it. Then we see a mysterious coin man. Constantine is like talking to Father Hennessy and is like, something was weird about that exorcism. Let me know what you find out. Now we meet Angela, who is Rachel Wise. She is a cop in LA. She doesn't really do a lot of copping, I will say, in this movie though. And
Good. She quit.
honestly, she's in a confession booth and she is confessing about how she has killed somebody while in the line of duty. And she's like, it's just really weird because like I seem to always know where the bad guys are somehow, some way. Not sure why. And I'm like, spoiler alert, you actually do really actually know why. So I don't know why you're pretending like you don't, but it's fine. She's sorry, I hit my microphone. That later that night she slap it around. Later that night she has a dream about her twin sister Isabel, who was in a hospital, and basically she jumps off the roof into a pool. This scene I think is so cool because it's like shot from like underneath the pool and you just see her fall from the sky like really far away, and then she comes like you see the glass break and then the water's like and it looks crazy. I love it. And we also noticed that she's got some kind of like weird mark on her arm, and it's the same weird mark that the dude that got hit by the car with the spear earlier had. So now we're like, okay, something's going on here. Constantine wakes up. Then Angela like wakes up and is like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Constantine wakes up at the same time, but it's because he's coughing up blood. So that's not great. This is when we find out that he has terminal lung cancer. Not surprising because he smokes like 2 packs of cigarettes
I feel
a day.
like smoking 30 cigarettes a day is probably going to do that.
We also get the impression in this movie that he was cured of lung cancer or something before, and then has decided to continue smoking, and now he's got like such aggressive cancer that he's like actively dying throughout the movie, aside from the fact that he's like sucking cigarettes down. So Angela goes to the scene where her sister has died by suicide essentially, and it's basically everything that she saw in her dream: the pool, the broken glass, everything. Her sister's body's still laying there, so she's like identifying her. She's like picking glass off her face, and she basically is just like, Isabel was a devout Catholic. She would never ever die by suicide because then she would go to hell and she doesn't want to do that. So you guys are wrong. And her friend cop is just like, yeah, okay. You know how they are.
Yeah, good people.
Throughout the movie, this is the only time I'm going to mention it, but basically throughout the movie we go back to the guy who's like possessed by the spear, like basically making his way from Mexico to LA. And there's a scene where he like walks through a pasture and like all the cows drop dead, which is sad.
All right,
Leave those
boys.
cows alone.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing.
I want to know their backstory. That's what the sequel should be about.
The cows.
Yeah.
The cow should have rose up and fought him. What if they like trampled that guy to death?
One of them just takes the spear of destiny, and then you just follow him for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. Speaking of cows, so then we meet this guy I called. I guess he was technically Constantine's like armorer, but I called him a collector man. So the collector brings Constantine a bunch of like occult knickknacks. There's like shavings off of a whatever. One of the things he brings is a screeching beetle from Amityville. I was like, haha,
Sick.
love it. And in return, Constantine gives him one of those little tubs that when you turn it over, it moves. And for some reason, he collects these. So he's got like a whole stash of him in his little workshop behind the bowling alley.
Everyone needs the thing they collect.
I know. That's such like a weird thing too, because I like vividly remember those being around, but I don't really remember them being popular to the point where they'd be like, this guy collects moo boxes. I don't even know what they're called.
I would rather him collect those than Fabergé eggs.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, yeah, he does have finer taste than that. Constantine says that the demon that he exorcised from the girl earlier was a soldier demon. And the collector's like, no, that's not possible. Like, what are you talking about? And Constantine was like, look into it. I don't know. I'm just telling you, like, go do your job, guy. And then the collector gives him some cough syrup. He loves him. Constantine and Angela both show up. I don't even know where the hell this place is. It's on a church, but it's like kind of a library. And they both show up, and I don't know why they're being like competitive about who's gonna like speak to the person first, because they're not even talking to the same person. But Angela goes to talk to the father and is basically just like, Isabel needs to have a Catholic funeral. Like, you have to make sure this happens. And he's like, no, like, she died by suicide. That's a sin. Like, that can't happen. And she's like,
No
no,
heaven.
no heaven for her. And Angela's like, come on, please. She didn't do that.
It's just a little heaven. Just give me a little heaven.
She didn't do that. Constantine is there to talk to Gabriel. And basically, I love the way that they like kind of reveal, because when they come in, the father and Gabriel are talking. Father like walks off to the side to talk to Angela, and Gabriel's like standing in front of the fireplace, and you just get this like flash of wings. And that's like the only sign at this point that we're like, oh, this is like not a human being, right? And basically Constantine is like talking to Gabriel because he's like, can I please go to heaven? And Gabriel's like, no, you can't, you're not allowed either. And Constantine's like, I've been doing all of this work. I've been sending all of these demons back to hell that are like trying to come out. And I've like been doing all this work. Like, am I any closer to being like chosen to go to heaven? And Gabriel's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, you already made choices in your life that damned you, essentially, and now you're just like doing this for like, I don't know, extra time on earth or whatever. And the only way to get into heaven is to like to be selfless and, you know, etc., you know, all the things that you hear about or whatever. And Constantine is basically just like pissed off because he's like, I've been doing all this shit and I don't even like, I'm still gonna go to hell. That sucks. And like, I've been cursed to be able to like have to do this or whatever. And Gabriel's like, no, being able to like quote unquote see demons, see angels, whoever, whatever, is actually a gift. And yeah, Gabriel's like, okay, see you later.
Not a great gift.
No, it seems stressful, to be honest with you.
Do like a gift card, you know?
I would rather have a gift card to Taco Bell than see demons. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like a lot.
No question. That night, Angela watches the surveillance video that the hospital has of her sister up on the roof, and when she's not looking, Isabel turns to the camera and says, "Constantine." And then Angela's like, "Say what?" But then when she rewinds it,
this is a thing that it distracted me most of the movie because it was like an intrusive thought I kept having. Do you think people call him Constantine? Because they
Yes.
should.
I think so, definitely.
That's what the new movie should be called.
Yeah,
Constantine.
Constantine.
I agree.
They were worried that people wouldn't know who the movie was about, you know?
Yeah.
Guess
that's
what, theater
fair.
executives? Saved you a headache. It's about Constantine.
People nowadays are too stupid to know what this movie is, who this is about. And then she like rewinds the movie, but then when she plays it again, Isabel doesn't say anything, but then all of a sudden all of her phones start ringing and all of her stuff goes off at once, including her pager and her fax machine, and it's like bring, bring, and I'm like, well, I haven't heard a phone ring in like ages. So that's a little spooky. That's kind of weird, right? Meanwhile, Constantine gets attacked by a bug guy, which we've already talked about does not look good. So then he goes to this bar. I love the idea that in order to get into this bar, you have to be able to have ESP. Because basically the bouncer like holds up a card and you have to guess what the picture on the back is. And he's like, 2 frogs on a bench. And then the next one is like a rat in a dress. And I'm like, I actually love that. Actually, you're not allowed to enter my house until you have ESP to look through this card and tell me what it is.
Or you're very good at just guessing.
Honestly, as long as you tell me that it's a rat in a dress, like, you're in. You know?
No, you bring
Doesn't
the
matter
card,
what it is.
show me the rat in the dress, you can come in. There you go.
Yeah. If you got a rat in a dress card, you're in.
Okay, yes. So this is like a bar where like angels and whoever can come and chill and eat people. It looks
Only
like
angels and spiders.
Yeah. The angel and spider bar. This is where I meet Papa Midnight, who is a witch doctor, they say. I actually never know if that term is still relevant or not. Do we say that? I'm not sure.
Let us
not.
know in the comments. Cancel Katie if you can't
say
that anymore.
Don't. Anyways, he basically is kind of like just like doing his own thing, and he can like procure, artifacts and whatnot. And but he specifically doesn't aid either side. So he says, and Constantine is like, hey, so
Howard.
Right. So they do have a conversation about how Papa Midnight recognizes that Constantine has this like terminal illness, and he's like, dang, that sucks. And Constantine is like, yeah, so a demon, a fully formed demon just attacked me in the middle of the street. And Papa Midnight's like, no, that's impossible. And he's like, yeah, well, crazy, because it just happened to me. And he's like, something's weird is happening. Like, I can feel it. I saw a soldier demon earlier. This other snake bug crab demon attacked me in the street. Like, something weird's going on. I need to use the chair. And we don't know what the chair is at this point. And that's when he's like, no, I don't do this
chair.
Then Coin Man shows up. Coin Man is a Balthazar, and basically he just comes in and is just like, hey, little baby man, and kind of like taunts him or whatever. Constantine ends up having a coughing fit and leaving. And then Angela comes to his apartment to ask him some questions about Isabel. She basically is just like, hey, my sister was sick like her whole life. When she was little, she would like see these things, and everyone thought she was quote unquote crazy, and she was institutionalized. And now she's dead. So like, what's going on? I don't think she died by suicide. I want to know like what's going on. There's some weird stuff going on around here, right? And he pretty much like doesn't care, and he basically is just like, beat it. I don't care about you. And so she leaves. But then there's a rumble and a whooshin going on outside, and he's like, oh no, she's about to be attacked. So he follows her, and he basically is just like, hey, I'm going to be real with you. God and the devil are real, and they're basically like having a competition over the souls here. And they're allowed to like suggest to people things to do. They can't interfere, but they could be like, "Hey, you should probably be evil." And then if somebody is evil, then their soul gets claimed for hell. And it's just kind of like for funsies. And she's like, "Okay, like why are you patronizing me?" And he's like, "No, like I'm being totally serious." And then all of a sudden, all of the streetlights go out. Every single light around them goes out, and it's like completely dark. And there's all this whooshing, and there's like wind going around. And she's like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "Demons." He does this like spell where he like catches this like fabric around his hand on fire, and it like explodes into light, and it just like disintegrates all of these like white bat demon things that are surrounding them. And Angela's like, "Wow," and she throws up because it was shocking to her.
Same.
Which you know,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I threw up watching it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Constantine says, "That's crazy. I don't really think that these demons are after me. So I will help you. I'm just gonna go pop down to hell real quick and like see if your sister Isabel is there. Because if she is, then she did die by suicide." And she's like, what?" So they go back to her
I love
apartment
the idea of
where
just popping down to hell real quick.
Yeah.
just a quick
Gonna take a
in and
peek.
out, just run on down there. So he goes to Angela's apartment where he sits down in a chair and he puts his feet in some water and he holds Duck, which was Isabel's cat, because cats are, you know, they walk
Portals to
the
hell.
fine line. Exactly. So
Yep,
he like
correct.
sits there and like stares into Duck's eyes, and Duck is like purring, and Duck is very cute. And basically he asks her to leave the apartment, and there's this like scene where like essentially anytime you like quote unquote die or go to hell, time stops. And so she's like leaving the apartment, time stops. He wakes up in hell. Well, the water starts like boiling on his feet, and he wakes up in hell. And it's basically just like a really, really windy wasteland apocalypse looking version of LA. And it looks incredible. And I love it. It's great. It's very windy. Very, very windy.
That's just LA.
I mean, that's true. He ends up finding Isabel, and she's there, and she's like, "Hey," and a bunch of demons like start sniffing him out because they, you know, he's sent a lot of them back to hell, and they don't like it very much. So they start sniffing him out, and they like come running, scampering, and stuff, and they start basically like he like watches her relive her death by like falling off the top of the roof or whatever, but she has taken off her little like medical intake bracelet and like thrown it to him. So he's like jumping up in the air to grab it as there's like all of these demons like scurrying up and trying to grab him. And he has this like little ball that he like breaks on his chest, and that brings him back from hell into real life. And she's like, "Oh." And so he comes back and he's like smoking from being in hell, and like it's all fiery and stuff. And she's like, "Wow, okay, crazy." And then he gives Angela the bracelet and is like, "Sorry, she did die by suicide. Like she is in hell. Here's your proof." Shows her the bracelet. Meanwhile, Father Hennessy goes to the morgue to look at Isabel's corpse, and he's got some kind of gift where, you know, he can like touch something and like see things that happen. And he also sees the little like mark that she has on her arm, and he kind of like freaks out a little bit. And when he leaves the morgue, he goes into a convenience store. He like has a flask that he's trying to, so I don't know if he's having a panic attack or like what's going on with him, but he's trying to like drink alcohol from his flask, and there's nothing in there. So he goes to a convenience store, and then he's like he keeps like opening all these bottles of alcohol and trying to drink it, but like the liquid's not coming out of the bottle, and he's like, "What the shit's going on here?" And this is when we see Balthazar come in, and he's like, I can't ever hear the like think of or hear the word Balthazar without thinking about Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. Balthazar.
Balthazar comes in, and Hennessy is able to grab a corkscrew, and like he's like stabbing his hand a bunch, and then he ends up drowning. So like essentially what happened is that Balthazar was influencing Hennessy to think that he wasn't drinking any of the alcohol, but he was drinking all of it, and he like somehow drowned himself by the amount that he was drinking, which sounds really crazy, but that's what happened, and he died, which was sad. Constantine is telling Angela about how he's always been able to see creepy stuff too, and he basically like didn't want to see it anymore, so he decided that he was going to die by suicide, and he did die for like 2 minutes. And when he came back, that's when he realized that everything that he was seeing was real because he had gone to hell. So that's not good.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah. He basically starts telling her that essentially like all of the like creatures that they can see on Earth are half-breeds. So they're allowed to walk around on Earth, and like I said earlier, they can like influence things, but they can't actually like, or they're not supposed to change the outcome of things, but if they do, then Constantine will send them back to hell or heaven or whatever. Full-on demons cannot enter Earth, but they're trying, right? That's the rules. They're breaking the rules. This is when they realize, or they hear that Hennessy is dead. So Constantine goes and is like looking at his body, and this is when he realizes that Hennessy used that corkscrew to like stab the pattern of the little symbol that was on Isabel's hand. And it looks really cool. He puts a napkin on it and pulls it away in his blood, and it's like a little ink blot thing, and I like it. What does that say?
Finally.
The oddities guy is
Like starting with the oddities guy is a good start.
Oh, the oddities guy is notified of Hennessy's death because they're obviously sad about it. And this is when Constantine decides that what they need to do is go to Isabel's hospital room to see if there's any kind of message left behind. He basically like manhandles her a bunch until she's like, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, when we were little, we used to hide messages for each other on the glass. So she like fogs up the glass with her breath, and they see writing on there. And it is a Bible passage for Corinthians, whatever. And she's like, that's weird because there's no Corinthians, whatever, in the Bible. And he's like, yeah, that's because it's in hell's Bible.
I want a hell Bible.
Hell yeah.
Check
The Hell
eBay.
Bible. Yes, the Hell Bible is.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, what's that thrift book thing you look at,
Thrift
Katie?
Books. Hell Bible on Thrift Books. So it shows the oddities guy. The collector is the oddities guy, by the way. Opening the Hell book because he just has it, of course, and it's like wrapped in plastic. And then when he unwraps it, it's like a Bible, a leather Bible with the cross upside down, of course. And then there's like sticky tar on it, and I was like, that is disgusting.
Gross.
So basically, and it's in Latin, of course. The oddities guy is like reading what the passage is, and essentially it's talking about a prophecy where Satan's son, Mammon, will come to Earth by possessing a powerful psychic and with the help of God. And they're like, what? What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Unfortunately, Oddities Man is then immediately killed by what appears to be flies. And that's sad. He was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a good way to go, though, by flies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I agree. I don't think I agree.
Let's ask Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Good idea. This is when Angela admits that she used to see things too when she was little, and I think I forgot to write it down, but this later, sorry. She basically is just like, I used to see things when I was little too, but then I just pretended that I didn't, and eventually I just like didn't see things anymore. And he's like, listen, before okay, yeah, I'm in. Bible stories that scared the hell out of me. Perfect.
The closest I could find to Hell Bible.
Okay. That's probably it, to be honest. Looked similar. She admits that she used to see things too, blah blah blah. And he's basically just like, you should go home, you should stay away from me because whatever's going on, like you're gonna get pulled into it. And like once you start seeing again, it's like not good. This is bad. You should go. And she's basically just like, no, for my sister. I don't know what that was supposed to be. But
That's pretty good accent for
British.
this movie.
um Angela's basically just like, no, like something obviously was going on and I want to help. She feels guilty that she pretended not to see the stuff when she was little because her sister would be like, Angela, tell them that you see them too. And she lied. So then they like treated her for like mental health issues instead, which as we've seen in the past, like she said that they put her in antipsychotics, which if you're not actually having psychotic episodes can like cause you to have psychotic episode, so like it's not great. And basically she's like, I want to be able to see again. I want to see what she saw. And he's like, okay, but just so you know, like once you're able to see them again, they can see you. And she's like, all right, that's fine. So basically she like gets in a tub and he holds her under and basically like drowns her. And then once her powers are awake, the tub explodes out from underneath her. And if I were him, I'd be like, God, my tub. It was like a clawfoot tub. It was nice. Um, she's freaking out a bit and being like a little weird. And she's like saying like weird cryptic stuff, but she basically like lures him back to the bowling alley where she's able to find something in the crack, which is Balthasar's coin. So Balthasar was the one that killed the oddities guy. This is when Constantine assembles a gun using a bunch of random pieces of like relics in the oddities guy's little place. And then he gives her Hennessy's necklace, which I think was a Celtic knot. He's like, here for good luck. She like immediately takes it off. And I was like, bitch, what? um Constantine goes up. There's like a scene where Balthazar in like his human form is like looking in a mirror, and all of a sudden the mirror starts to melt. And
I hate when that
Constantine,
happens.
I know it's crazy. Basically, Constantine has formed a gun made out of this like dragon's breath that he got earlier, and it like shoots through the wall and the mirror and like melts off half of his face. And Balthazar's like, "Oh, my face!" And he basically uses like holy water, and then he has like a brass knuckles that have crosses etched into them, and he's like punching him in the face. And I was like, this is amazing. I love it. Constantine basically starts to give Balthazar his last rites, and he's basically like, if I repent you of all your sins and give you your last rites, then you're going to go to heaven. And you would hate that because you're a demon. And even I, as a 17-year-old, was like, I don't think this is how it works. But it tricks Balthazar because basically he's like trying to figure out what's going on. And they're like, how is Memon trying to come out? Like, I don't really understand. And he's like, okay, well, it's because they found the spear, and then the spear has Jesus's blood on it. So they need like the blood of God, whatever, in order to make
Wouldn't
this
that
happen.
blood not be there anymore at
It
this
would
point?
be, yeah, but like I think they figured it out because Constantine specifically says, "Oh yeah, the dried blood," and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know about that. So yeah, so he basically like admits that the spear has been found, and so like that's basically what's going on. And Constantine is like, "Haha, you dummy! You can only have absolution if you ask for it," and then he like blows him away. Um. Basically, Angela comes up and is like, I don't know what she thinks she's gonna do, but Balthasar sees her and was like, haha, perfect. Actually, my real mission was just to get her to reclaim her power so that we can like use her to help Memon like come out of hell or whatever. And we're like, wow, thanks a lot, Constantine. This is actually all your fault, actually. Angela starts to like feel weird, and Constantine like, what's going on? Gotta poop or something? And then all of a sudden she gets like pulled. I specifically remember this scene being in the trailer for this movie. She basically gets like yanked and then pulled through like the entire walls of the building, like all the way through. And then she just gets like snatched up into the air. And he's just like, dang, didn't
Like, well,
expect
she's
that.
dead. Guess I can
Yeah,
go.
right. So Constantine goes back to Papa Midnight and is basically just like, you need to help me use this chair. Because and then they start fighting because he's like, no, you're breaking etiquette. I told you that I don't help either side. Like you need to get out of here or whatever. And Constantine is like, hey, those guys are dead. Can you please help me? And he's like, okay, fine. So he relents and is like, here you go. And the chair is like essentially an electric chair, and he like sits in it with like he splashes water under his feet or whatever. And Papa Midnight like electrocutes him to like kill him, I guess, because then Constantine is able to see the dude that's been possessed that has the spear that's like coming to LA. He's been able to see like his entire trip and sees that he is going to the mental health hospital that Isabel died in. And then Papa Midnight is able to pull Constantine like back into the real world from hell or whatever. This is literally the first time I say Shia LaBeouf makes him smelted gold bullets and asks for a blessed cross. This is the first time I have mentioned him in this whole movie. It's just actually Shia LaBeouf playing himself, though. They are in
He's
LA.
so bad in this.
He's not unlike that movie I watched called True Confessions, where he was like playing like a child with disability, like mental disabilities. It's extremely strange.
He's just being
how
his character from Even Stevens. Like,
I was just like, I
well,
don't
that's
know
kind
if
of what I'm
I've
getting
ever.
never
at.
shifted out of it.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, where it's like that same Disney acting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen him in something that I thought he was good at, but I feel like I've also maybe only seen him in like the Nymphomaniac movies.
I liked Disturbia, and wasn't he in that Peanut Butter Falcon movie? Was
Yeah.
that him? I liked
The
him in
fuck
that.
is Peanut Butter Falcon?
Peter Rabbit Cottontail.
As a Peter Butter is a great name for an indie artist.
Yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter.
That's 2 in a row.
Yep.
I literally, the only movie I have for him logged is Constantine.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I go out of like yeah, I mean obviously. I don't know.
I've seen the 2 Nymphomaniac movies, but he's basically just playing himself in those movies. So
yeah. I don't know that I've seen much else with him in it. I did grow up loving Even Stevens, but I don't really know. Yeah. Okay, so he smelts the gold bullets. He also asks for a blessed cross.
oh yeah, we forgot to mention Gavin Rossdale's in this, looking hot as shit.
Oh yeah.
Is that Balthazar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's dead now, so sorry.
Well, I told you earlier that this movie should have just been Gavin Rossdale and Keanu Reeves just palling around, talking about how much Gwen Stefani sucks.
Yeah, fair. So they go to the hospital. Angela wakes up in the hospital pool where her sister died, and the spear guy is there. And basically she starts like shooting at him because like he's hella possessed looking, and the bullets are just like going right through him, which is a little concerning. Meanwhile, Constantine and Shia LaBeouf are infiltrating the hospital. Shia LaBeouf has put the blessed cross into the water tank of the hospital, so that when Constantine goes into this room and confronts like this entire room of demons that have congregated for whatever this thing is that's happening, there was like a character in this scene, and I forget her name, but she's in a lot of stuff, that is a demon, and she had like a separate storyline in this movie that they totally cut out. And so when they showed her as just this character that's like holy water, I was like, what the shit is she doing here? And it's because they like cut out the rest of her parts of the movie, which sucks. But so yeah, once they start attacking him, the sprinklers come on and the holy water like starts, melting the demons, and then he just starts like frying. He just like starts blasting and kicking through them until they're all dead.
It feels like somebody who's trying to rip off the scene in Blade, the blood fountains.
Sure. I feel like that's become another trope in movies, specifically like demon or vampire movies, where there's like essentially like a quote unquote like ballroom fight scene. Like there was one in They Will Kill You. This, like, I feel like that's like a pretty big trope now. Angela then wakes up in hell. Don't we all?
Yeah. Every
Um,
morning. Like I wake up and go to fucking work.
She basically is like, what the shit? Like she's been killed by this spear person. And I assume that she has been sent to hell because as a cop, she had said she killed people, which is like a sin or whatever. So I assume that's why. Constantine arrives and pulls her out of the water, and when she comes back, she's like hella possessed. He does an exorcist, but it seems to work, except that the demon is still wiggling around in her stomach, which is disgusting. And honestly, doesn't really look super great at this point, but it is what it is. It's all wiggling around. Then Shia LaBeouf comes in and starts helping Constantine do like the exorcism chant or whatever. And it works. Then the demon or whoever, maybe it's somebody immediately kills Shia LaBeouf. See ya.
Should have been an hour earlier in the
beginning
movie.
of the movie. Yeah, I agree.
That'd
They
be
should have
awesome.
just
That's how the
like
movie just
Yeah.
opened.
Yeah.
I agree. It should have just
him
been
getting
like
fucking domed.
well, it should have been like the mirror falling in through the taxi cab and like killing
No,
him.
I
and
think
then-
that should have been before the words
He's-
show up. It's
He's the
just-
guy driving the car that runs into the dude and he like flies through the windshield.
Yeah, fair. I would agree.
And then you've got the whole movie for Keanu being like, "Hey, what the fuck happened to my dingbat?"
It's just
What happened to my
him
kid?
sitting in the back of the taxi, just waiting for someone to show up and drive him around.
Yeah.
Where's my boy? Where are you? Some unknown
Should
force.
let us
It
make
is.
the sequel.
I agree. It is pretty sick though because basically he's just like hee, I did it. I'm the best. And then his body just gets like slammed up onto the ceiling and down to the floor a bunch of times. And then he was like, oopsie, and then he dies. Constantine has these like huge like sigils on his forearms that he puts together and in order to like use this power to like unveil this evil force that has just killed Shia LaBeouf. And would you be surprised to say that I went to high school with a guy who has those tattoos now? Like, I'm not even kidding. The
Incredible.
size, both of them. He got both of them.
Genuine question. Is it you?
No.
I don't know if I've ever seen you not wearing long sleeves, so.
It would rock if it was her
That's
Joker
true.
car neighbor.
Lou?
No, it's
Wilson?
actually
Yeah, Lou Wilson.
so funny because I totally forgot about these like tattoos until I saw them and I was like, oh my god, that dude had them. They're like huge too. They're like his entire forearms.
I love when you like look up somebody you went to high school with and they just have like a fucking why not, like why so serious fucking Joker chess piece or some shit. You're just like, wow.
Did I ever tell you about the guy that I worked with that had a 9/11 tattoo on his bicep?
God, that rocks.
Oh, he
pro 9/11.
So it was like a year after he had left, and he like stopped talking to all of us because he was like a super right-wing lunatic, and we all made fun of him for it. And we would still occasionally like look through his Facebook, and he posted just his full bicep, and it's just 9/11 in bold font, and behind it is the towers on fire going down.
That rocks.
I would what?
Love to see that.
If I can find it, I'll send it to y'all. I think I've got it saved.
Last week, maybe this weekend, I texted Katie, and I don't like. I know I've talked about him on this podcast, but it may have been at a very like passing thing. Kit, do you have any memory of me talking about a guy I went to high school with that got fired from like 3 jobs for jerking off at work?
Yes.
He randomly popped up on Instagram as somebody I should like, you might want to follow this person. And I was like, oh my God. And it is upsetting that he now has kids.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate.
And all of his pictures of him and I'm guessing wife are like that shit where like, you know, a fucking 70-year-old boomer gets online for the first time and posts pictures but doesn't know how to crop them properly. So it's just like a torso. It's just like their torsos. And I was like, this is incredible. This dude's only like 42 maybe.
Amazing.
It rocks.
Um,
Anyway.
Yeah, so he's got his little tattoos. He uses his his tats to bring out the demons. You know how it goes. Just another day at the gym for him. It's revealed that the source behind the killing is Gabriel. And again, when I first saw this, I had no idea. I was shook. The gasp that I gasped upon Gabriel returning. Wearing this like amazing cream outfit, like spectacular. Love it. Basically, Gabriel is just talking about how they're jealous of the humans because they can basically do whatever they want in life, and as long as they repent and are sincere about wanting to repent for their sins, then God will choose them to go to heaven. And Gabriel doesn't like that. Gabriel thinks that's fucked up. And so essentially, Gabriel is like teaming up with Lucifer's son to bring him up from hell onto earth to basically make all of the humans go through trials. And if they come out on the other side, they will be truly trustworthy or truly worthy of like being able to go to heaven. Essentially, they'll be worthy of God's love. Crazy. I love it. It's insane. So basically, Constantine's like, "That seems messed up. Like, maybe you could not do that." And Gabriel's like, I'm gonna do it. It's too late anyways. Blast power, like does a blast of power, and Constantine goes like flying into the other room or whatever. So Constantine and then Gabriel has the spear, and Angela's there with Mamon's baby self, whatever. Her like stomach is a portal to hell now for whatever reason. And Constantine is basically just like, "Hi, hey God, I know you don't like me that much. I'm not your favorite, but it would be really cool if you could like help us
I
because
bet
like
God's a fan.
this is pretty serious." I think that God's just shy. I think that God does find Constantine so handsome, and he's just like, I don't know what to say. What should I say? What should I say back to him? And he's like asking for advice, but it's kind of time is of the essence here, right? So he doesn't have time to waste. And so, um, yeah, basically, this all kind of happens within like the same minute because Gabriel basically like raises up the sphere and is about to like stab it down into Angela when Constantine takes a piece of glass and like slits his wrist. So he will then die by suicide. They've said in the movie earlier that Constantine's soul is the only soul that Lucifer himself would come out of hell to collect. So essentially, that's what happens. The way that he shows up, I think, is still so cool. It's basically just like he comes like floating down from the ceiling, and his feet are like his bare feet are like dripping with tar, and the tar's like sizzling on the ground because it's holy water on the ground, and it
It's
is
so sick.
incredible. And he's wearing all white again, just like the starkness of the scenery, like, I don't know, I just think that it's so visually cool to
I
look
don't
at.
think you could like pick a better actor for it either. Like he
No,
is like, killing it.
they didn't really have to do much to him to also just he really I don't wanna like, I don't really know anything about him as a person, so I don't wanna say he just, like, exudes, like, evil sinisterness, but the way that he's acting and the way that he inflects when he talks, it's just, like, he's perfect, like, you're right, like, who else
I
could?
mean, I don't think
And
he's known for playing good guys in movies, so
oh, sure. Sure, of course. But he's very cool. So yeah, so basically like time has stopped because he died and Lucifer shows up and it's just like, "What's up?" Constantine is like, "Hey, I know that you really want to collect my soul. You've been wanting me down there for a long time. I totally get it. But the only thing is that Gabriel is in there trying with the spear of destiny, trying to release your son from hell." Lucifer's like, "Come again?" He's like, "Yeah, he's in there. They're in there right now. Like he's coming out. He's coming up. He's gonna come out of hell and be on earth and whatever." Lucifer does not like that because he wants earth to be his. So he's like, "How dare my son figure out a way to get out of hell and try and like run around the town? Like that's not gonna happen." But Lucifer like also kind of doesn't believe Constantine and he like hisses in his face and it's like it's so cool, and he's like, "Well, I don't really know, like, why I would
tattoo is
Oh my
incredible.
Why are the 9/11 words kind of look like a disco ball? Like, why are there?
Yeah, I
Why does it?
don't know why
Yeah,
they're
the
like that.
901.
My
I
other
forgot
thing
the towers
too.
are the 11.
Yes, amazing.
It
This is
rocks that he
huge.
put the fucking an airplane on there too, like the second
So,
plate.
so this is my question. Like, I don't understand when people do memorial pieces for 9/11. Like, why don't you want to remember the towers whole? Why are you memorializing it mid-attack?
Yeah, get
Well, and
Spider-Man on there.
as far as I'm aware, he didn't know anyone that was there. He had no
Okay.
family
Oh
there or
no,
anything,
there's.
so it's just
I
he
would
was just
bet
an army
almost
guy that like
anything.
Mm.
I would bet anything that like the people that have like those memorial tattoos like do not know anybody that was involved.
no.
Also, no offense, but the towers are not they're very wiggly. Like, I understand that it's a round surface because it's a bicep, but like the right tower is like so wiggly, and why is it so small at the bottom? Do you know what I'm saying? This is incredible. This is
I'm gonna
I
make that the new logo for the podcast.
everyone's like, "What?" This is a 9/11 podcast
Just
now.
all of a
Sorry.
sudden, we just hard pivot where we only watch like that Robert Pattinson movie where
I
the
was
ending
gonna
is
say,
9/11.
Never forget.
I am not gonna lie to you. I genuinely there was almost never an ending that shocked me more than watching that movie because I had absolutely no idea. And I was like, "Oh, Robert Pattinson, sure." Oh my god, it got me. Okay. What was happening? Oh, yes, of course. Constantine is like, "Hey, your son's about to bust out of that lady."
Constantine just walked into the World Trade Center for his first day of his job
On
on
9/11.
yeah, on September 11th.
Got himself some crab juice.
Ew. Lucifer is like, "I don't believe you. You're just trying to trick me." And Constantine was like, "Why else would I call you here? Like, I'm literally dead." Like, what do you mean? And so Lucifer's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna like go in the other room and check." Right. So he's pissed. He zooms in there, busts through the glass wall. There's like glass everywhere, and sees that indeed Gabriel is about to stab Angela with the spear. Lucifer moves Angela out of the way so that Gabriel just like stabs the ground. Time resets. Gabriel is shook. Is like, what are you doing here, Satan? This is kind of weird. And basically Lucifer is like, I am not dealing with this bullshit. I'm sending you to your room, banishes Mammon out of Angela, and Gabriel basically tries to stop him, but when they throw the punch, they have no power left. And Lucifer's like, "Oh, looks like your dad doesn't like you anymore." Then he like uses his blast of power that like
I love that the idea of all right, what am I gonna do to stop Lucifer? I'm just gonna punch him in the teeth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Give it a
I'm just
try.
gonna fucking lay one in there.
Just give it a try.
Awesome.
Um,
Respect.
but right. God has seen this and has taken away Gabriel's like angel strength question mark. I don't really know.
Yeah.
And
The power of
that
Christ.
right, yes, of course. Lucifer's like goodbye and like blasts Gabriel away and basically like singes off their wings and they go into the pool or whatever. After that, Lucifer comes back and is just like, okay, all right, you were being truthful. So what do you want? Like an extension on your life? And Constantine is like, no, actually, what I want is for Isabel's soul to be able to go to heaven. And Lucifer's like, let me think about it. Okay, done. And then Lucifer's like, all right, time to collect. And he like grabs
This
Constantine.
effect looks so sick of Constantine just starting to get like heavier where you can't pull him.
Yeah, he like is dragging him by the wrist, and all of a sudden Constantine just gets like heavier and heavier, and you can see him like depressing into the ground and like rolling up the tile as if it was like, I don't know, a carpet. It looks crazy. And basically God is like, not so fast. That's my boy there. Because Constantine truly from his heart made an unselfish sacrifice So now he is permitted to come into heaven.
I think one of the things that like I don't like about this version of Constantine is like in like the actual comic books, like Constantine is kind of like constantly doing shit to help people or whatever, and they make it seem like until this act, he's just been like bombing around, being a piece of shit.
Well, I think that like they kind of made it when Constantine was like talking to Gabriel earlier, basically the thing was that like Constantine is doing good things, but he's doing it to try and get into heaven and not out of just being a good person and like so it doesn't matter. And this was the only thing that he did. He like sacrificed himself strictly because for Angela's benefit. And so it was like the actually like the only pure thing that he's ever done, not for gain.
Should have made him an
Um
angel at the end of the movie.
well, the thing that I think is so funny about this is because like God is basically just like, okay, I'm gonna erase everything that happened because you did this sacrifice or whatever. And a sacrifice for somebody who's like technically not even alive because Isabel's already dead. But like I guess they don't really explicitly say this, but like the reason Isabel died by suicide is because Memon was trying to come to Earth through her. And so she realized that she had to die to stop that from happening. She wasn't thinking because Angela lied to her and said, "No, I don't." So she thought that Angela didn't have any gifts. So she never thought that like Memon could still come through Angela or whatever. And so yeah, he's just, like, literally doing it because he cares about Angela's and Isabel's soul or whatever. It's, like, the only pure thing he's ever done, I guess, whatever. So, God's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, like, everything clear slate," and so, like, Constantine's body starts, like, floating up, like, ascending to heaven, and he just, like, slowly tilts his hand back and is, like, flipping off Lucifer, which I think is so funny, because in my mind, like, God should be like, "Wait, no, we don't flip people off. You're not coming up
Going to
here."
heaven being like, fuck you, pal.
Like, literally
So
literally
good.
flicking him off, which is so funny to me. And, basically, Lucifer is like, "No, like, absolutely not, you're not getting redemption," and so he basically, like, grabs onto Constantine and, like, sticks his hands into him, and he not only brings him back to life, but he cures him of his lung cancer. Because he thinks that if Constantine is able to live on Earth long enough, he will
Don't fuck up and go
basically
to hell.
yeah, yes. There's a chance that he will fuck up continuously again, and Lucifer will have a chance to reclaim his soul again. I think that I had read that the original writing of this, story was not that Lucifer decided on his own to do that. It was like Constantine, like, tricked him into doing it or whatever, but, like, personally, the way that the story played out at the end does not bother me, like, I'm fine with it. So yeah, he does that. Constantine and Angela both wake up at the same time, like, "Whoa, that was weird." And she's just like, "Hey, thanks." And he's like, "No problem." Like, literally, no problem. This is when Gabriel wakes up and like stands up out of the pond, and their wings have been completely incinerated off, and they're human now. And Constantine's like, "Oh, hey, welcome to being a human." And Gabriel's like, "Hey, can you please kill me? I would absolutely,
Yeah.
actually, really love it if you would just like fucking
You
kill
want
me.
you want a little revenge?
Yeah, shoot me with this gun. Go ahead." And Constantine is like, "No, I think I'm gonna let you experience being human. Enjoy feeling pain," and just like absolutely punches Gabriel in the mouth. Tilda Swinton doing this like reaction to feeling pain for the first time is perfection. Like it's I couldn't imagine like just like never feeling pain and then getting punched in the mouth. That hurts so bad. And
Do you think she's coming back for the sequel?
I hope so. I don't know why not. She seems like down for everything. No?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Um Gabriel's like obviously insane at this point, to the point where they're like, "Oh, yeah, see, if my plan didn't work, the old Constantine would have definitely killed me instead of punching me in the face. So obviously my methods work." Hee hee. Eh, okay. Like,
Well, trickster.
all right, yeah. Constantine brings Angela up to the roof and is like, I want to show you something. And she's like, wow, how romantic. The spot where my sister died. And basically
They boned down.
Wow.
she's really impressed.
Owen Wilson's
And
here.
Wow.
Owen Wilson
Constantine.
shows
Wow.
up as God.
Already forgot about Constantine.
Constantine gives Angela the spear and basically is like, you need to go hide this from everybody, including me. And Angela's like, all right. And there's like this moment where there's like a little bit of like tension between them where they're like staring at each other. And thank God they do not kiss, because I don't think they didn't need that to be happening.
This movie should have ended with her just being like, all right, and then just throwing it in like a dumpster on the street.
Throwing it off the roof. And they like look at each other for a minute, and then she like turns off, and she's just like literally like, okay, bye, and like leaves with the spear. And then Constantine is basically just like contemplating about life, and he like says some kind of like philosophical stuff or whatever. And at the end, it looks as if he is pulling out a pack of cigarettes to smoke a cigarette, but instead puts a piece of gum in his mouth and chews on it.
He smokes the gum.
The end, except that there is a post-credit scene.
Yeah, our boy's back.
Which is that Constantine goes to visit Shia LaBeouf's grave, and he's like, that'll do, boy. And he like puts the lighter on top of Shia LaBeouf's gravestone. And then when he goes to leave, all of a sudden a pair of wings appears behind him, and he turns, and Shia LaBeouf is an angel, and he launches into the sky.
Unacceptable.
Not really sure why that needed to happen, to be honest with you.
I do. Well, I mean, I think in the comic books there is like a precedent of Chaz being an angel at some point, but get Shia LaBeouf out of here.
Yeah, I don't think that his part was needed at all, to be honest. But whatever.
Just him not being in it.
Well,
Chaz
right.
needs to be there, not him.
Yeah.
Could have just had Peter Stormare play all those characters. Every character except Gabriel and Constantine.
I'd watch it.
All right.
Anyways, that was Constantine.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I love it. It had been kind of a while since I had watched it. Because I feel like it just wasn't like streaming on anything for a while, and then I got the DVD. And I think like obviously I'm like watching it through nostalgia, because it's like kind of a formative movie for me just because of when it came out. But I still really liked it.
It's weird. It's one of those ones that I'm baffled by, like the reaction people have to it, where they're like, it's just all of a sudden now considered like a misunderstood masterpiece, and I'm like, it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, like it's a good movie, but
this is no better or worse than like some of the shit that comic book movies that people are just like, this is dog shit, like fucking Morbius or whatever.
Yeah.
The only difference is Morbius is post MCU, where this is like pre.
Right. Well, I've loved it since day one. I've never said a bad thing about it. So
yeah, Morbius.
That's why she's got the forearm tattoos.
That's right. You posers can get out of my face.
I would fucking die if one day Katie just sent me a Snapchat of her forearms with those tattoos on them.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I literally can't.
Or Katie sends us a picture and it's her bicep, and she has that 9/11 tattoo just completely fucking stolen. All right, Katie, what do you want to shout out?
Oh, my shout out is that they just started releasing a new season of regular show called The Lost Tapes. So if you like regular show, you should watch it. It's super fun.
All right, what about you, Kit?
I don't know. Halo. Halo's cool. I've been playing through all the Halo games again. Shit rocks.
Do you remember? I thought that I think that this is not specifically related to Halo, but kind of. That they were talking about, and then maybe they've been talking about this for a long time, but I thought that they were supposed to also be doing a BioShock TV show. Did I make that up?
Yes, no, they are for
Okay.
Netflix. They
Oh,
had some
Oh,
boo.
update
so it's
on
gonna be
it,
bad.
they had an update on it like the end of last year, I think.
Okay. Because
It
like
has a
after,
weird director, I think, too.
oh, I
Uwe
think you're
Boll.
See.
right. Because I really liked like what they did with the Fallout show, and I was like, I think that this would work so well for BioShock, but I don't know about on Netflix.
Oh, is this who directed Constantine?
It's like Francis something or
Yeah.
something with an F.
Is it Francis
Francis
Lawrence?
Lawrence. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, guess what? He's
Oh
directing
my god.
BioShock.
Oh my god.
That's
Maybe
fucking
I did.
weird.
Okay, maybe that's why I knew it. Maybe I saw that recently.
I
Okay,
wonder if
hell
he
yeah.
got it because of The Long Walk. Because that, you know how like
Maybe.
when you have like a big hit, all of a sudden they just start pitching you shit. But also, I
Well,
guess like technically his filmography is like mostly the Hunger Games movies, so
I was
like
gonna
it's not like
say,
he's
yeah. Hunger Games and
necessarily.
I Am Legend. Water for Elephants was super popular, and you know actually who is in the brought like the play version of Water for Elephants is Grant Gustin, and I want to go see it.
Well, too bad.
Okay, well, okay. I'm more now a little excited, but I'm not happy that it's on Netflix. So I don't know. Remains to be
All
seen
right, I'm gonna
if it
shout
even
out.
actually comes out.
It's
Allegedly
not.
starting production next year.
Okay.
So no, it's canceled.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Or
Boo.
Netflix will get it, and it'll be really good, and they'll cancel it after the second season.
Yeah, that tracks.
They'll pull it off of streaming after like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say at least Netflix seems like they don't pull any of their shit off. They just cancel it all when people like it.
They're like, "Oh, yeah, best most grossing Netflix show ever." And they're like, "Cancel, can it? We don't need that shit."
I'm gonna shout out JW Smokes. Anna Garcia killing it on the season finale of VIP.
Love Anna
Oh.
Garcia.
Oh my god, dude, she's so fucking funny.
I still gotta
I
watch it, but
I am obsessed with that fucking fake podcast that her and whoever the other guy are that they just post on Instagram where it's just clips from a fake podcast. And it's such a
incredible.
stupid idea. Because I literally was like, I gotta look at this, I gotta listen to this podcast. And I was like, oh, this is not a real thing. They're just making fun of like podcasts. And there's like there's
Incredible.
there's one where every time like the dude's telling a story and every time it cuts back to Anna, she's just like has a different drink every time. So it'll be like, you know, a Coke, then it's a LaCroix, then it's like a big ass fucking Stanley cup full of something. And I think the last one is she's just drinking out of and chewing on a wipe from like a sanitizing wipe container. What a queen. Yeah, that fucking season finale of VIP is so funny. You're gonna love it. It's up there like with fucking Zeke, the rock boy that she did. Like it's so fucking funny.
Well, we'll see if
Uh
anything tops Boris Tarkovsky as
this
my favorite
season
of the season.
started out hard. Like, it's just so good. And then there were like a couple episodes in the middle where I'm like, oh, this is I don't know, it's
Yeah, like
fine.
this is fine.
But man, it ends strong. And it's another one of those ones where they were like they knew it was the finale, so they trashed the set. It rocks. All right, Kit, what are we doing next episode? Your
We're
last
gonna
pick.
do Your Next. Free on
Oh,
Tubi.
Good. We don't have to take notes because Katie's already got notes for that.
that's
Do we already
shit,
do
I
Your
hope I
Next?
Katie
no.
and I did a bonus episode on it.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't remember doing it. That's why.
Yeah,
There
I'll
we
have to
go.
see if I can find my notes for it. Otherwise, I will have to redo it. But
Yeah.
that's so funny. We're just redoing all the bonus. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
Look,
other shit
they've
going on.
been behind a paywall for like 5 years now. It's
Yep.
it's fine.
All
It's a
right.
different world
If you
now.
yeah. We're gonna find out what it's like to see Ty West get shot in the face with an arrow.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's pretty
incredible.
sick. Um All right. If you'd like to support us, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/IPSufferPodcast. You can leave us a rating and review wherever you listen to this. You can buy merch at our Redbubble shop. You can follow us on Instagram at I Hope You Suffer Podcast. You can follow Kit at Hidden Kitstery and Kitchenification of Blood. You can follow Katie at Werewolf Face. Join Katie's Patreon at patreon.com/werewolfface. You can listen to my other podcast, AK Movie Club. All right. We're going to be next.
Yeah.
Wow, you're next. You're next. The next that belongs to you.
I hope you got a very cool 9/11 tattoo, but why? Tattoo none of you got to see.
Nope, true. Well, I feel like we described it eloquently.
Yeah. Everybody
Well,
can picture it.
This is going to be like the one podcast he listens to. And he's like,
I was
wait, what the
literally-
fuck?
I was literally
I wonder what
it's
Kit's
a
been up to.
podcast
What's
about
I Hope
movies.
You Suffer?